So the plan of this 1010 will be presented through 6 points. The first one will explain why a call for tender is needed. The second one will explain you who is selected through a call. The third one will explain you when you have to launch a call for a tender. The fourth one will be related on how to launch and report a call. And after that, we will summarize the key learning points, and there will then be a question and answer session. So why a call for a tender? Well, it's quite obvious that within a specific agreement where there will be allocation of European public funding, there should be a transparent approach, and that it's not possible to imagine that money could be allocated like this to people without having a possibility to all stakeholders to provide their candidature, and hence to have a fair process. So that's the reason why we need to perform a call for tender. The legal framework of the call for a tender. There are several documents. The first reference is the Title 5 of the Financial Regulation. The second one is the Framework Partnership Agreement 2009 and 2014. The other references are the CEN and CENELEC Guide 16, 18, and 19. But it should be noted that the CEN and CENELEC Guide 18 is under revision because this version is only tackling the execution of specific agreements under FPA 2009, and we have to include the updates with the FPA 2014. So who is selected through a call? Before to identify the potential stakeholders, I would like to note that the CEN and CENELEC members and their monopolistic subcontractors do not have to go through a call to join a project, because as the project is between the Commission and the CEN and CENELEC, it is obvious that the CEN and CENELEC members and their monopolistic subcontractors have directly access to the project. But they have to apply the rules for the selection of third parties at any level of the subcontracting. So to come back on the question and to identify the stakeholder who could be selected through a call, we have subcontractors, which are external to the CEN and CENELEC members and their monopolistic subcontractors, who are providing required expertise to develop standards. So this is the justification why we need to select them. And finally, these subcontractors can be European or not. But if they are not European, they may join the call for a tender, but we have first to inform the Commission and see with them if they agree with that. When should the call be launched? Well, if you go through now this flow which presenting you the process of a project, starting from the quotation and ending with the EC audit, the first opportunity is to launch a call before that you prepare the quotation. The second opportunity is during the preparation of a quotation. The third one is during the life of the contract, starting from the signature and then during the life of the contract. But obviously, you could not launch it by the end of the contract. So what we suggest is to have it before that the quotation is submitted to the Commission, in order to have validation on the selection with the quotation. And now I will give the floor to my colleague Sébastien, who will explain you how to launch and report a call.
Good morning to everyone. Let's start to how to launch and report a call. So I will say that what sits in blue will be explained more in details afterwards. So step one, select the adequate procurement process. So we'll see that on the next slide. Step two, define the text of the call. So what do you need exactly? Step three, call to be published on NSB and CCMC websites or copies of emails following the threshold. Step 4, the evaluation committee meeting. Step 5, the selection report. So we'll see the content afterwards. Step 6, validation by the commission, so the approval process. And step 7, the signature of the contract with your subcontractor. So we'll see that there are two different procedures. It will depend under which FPA the specific agreement has been signed. So step 1, choose the procedure. If it is under the FPA 2009, you will see that the threshold is for a contract value above 60,000, you will have to launch a public call for tender for at least 52 calendar days. For a contract value below 60,000 euro, and for payment below 500 euro, the payment will be done against an invoice simply. For contract value below 5,000 euros, so between 500 and 5,000, you have to do only one consultation. So if you contact only one organization, it's enough. Between 5,000 and 25,000, you need to do a consultation of at least 3 candidates. And between 25,000 and 60,000, a consultation of at least 5 candidates. So we'll see now the difference with the threshold under the FPA 2014. So now the difference is it's only 35 calendar days for the public call for tenders. Only 3 candidates between 25,000 and 60,000 euro. And now the difference for a contract value above 60,000 euro, if no candidature has been received, you can do a consultation of 3 candidates. Under the FPA 2009, before, we had to relaunch a call. Now it's the difference with the FPA 2014. So let's continue with the selection report. So we'll speak about the content of the selection report, what has to be provided. A, the minutes of the selection committee. So how the meeting happened, who was there, who were the candidates, and so on. B, the conclusion of the selection, of course. C, the signature by all members of the selection committee and the declaration of absence of conflict of interest for approval. So what it is exactly. Even if you didn't agree with the organization chosen, we'll need a signature to approve the process followed. So And for the declaration of absence of conflict of interest, what it is exactly as well, we already had in the past a candidate who took also part of the selection committee. So that's why we need now a declaration. And in annex, of course, all supporting documentation, so the text of the call, the screenshot of the calls on NSB and CCMC websites. So that's for contract value above 60,000 euro, or copy of emails for the contract value below 60,000 euro. And of course the answers, proposal or offers received from the tenders. Of course, we can provide you also templates for the selection report for the minutes of the meeting, or for the declaration of absence of conflict. We have that in our records.
Then moving to the step 6 approval process. So now that you have the report finalized, you will be invited to send a report to CCMC in order that we make a final quality check before to be submitted to the Commission for approval. It is also important to stress that the approval of the Commission will be done through an email with a specific reference that we call European Commission RS reference. RS is the database of the Commission, and that is the evidence that the Commission agreed on the selection, on the process performed for the selection of the subcontractors. Then, as soon as we are informed of the decision of the Commission, we communicate it to our members. We also strongly advise you to wait for the approval of the Commission before to sign any contract, in order to avoid any issue with the Commission, and the issue could be a rejection of the costs incurred before the approval of the Commission. So now that we have gone through the process, I will invite Sébastien to summarize and provide us the 5 key learning points of this 1010.
So what are the main points to be remembered from this presentation? One is the transparency and fair treatment and value for public money. So the procedure, the different procedure, if the threshold is above or below 60,000 euro, that's very important. The selection report and the declaration of no conflict of interest to be signed. The selection report to be approved by EC before working, to launch the work from your subcontractors. And that CCMC can provide you the templates and assistance, of course.
So as you could see, there are several rules to comply with, and we strongly advise you to go back through this presentation and come now with questions, or later on with emails. But it is really important that these rules are understood, because if we do not comply with these rules, there could be a very important financial risk.